The Speaker's Rooms, Washington, D.C., October 10th, 2025. I hereby designate the period from Tuesday, October 14th, 2025, through Sunday, October 19th, 2025, as a district work period under Clause 13 of Rule 1. Signed sincerely, Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House of Representatives.
Pursuant to Clause 13 of Rule 1, the House stands adjourned until 2 p.m. Tuesday, October 14th.
Okay, so let me get this straight. The shutdown is going on, but they're on paid vacation until the 14th, while the Trump administration just announced that they are sending out notices of layoffs to 4,000 federal workers. There's a Hawaiian senator named Brian Schultz, and he went over the calendar for how many days that the House has taken off over the last, I want to say 4 months or so, and it's crazy.
Here's what happened. They left early on the 25th, specifically to avoid a vote on the Epstein files. Then they had this week off, 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 this day off.
Yeah, they took the whole summer off.
1, 2, 3, long weekend. 1, 2, 3, 4, long weekend. 1, 2, 3, 4, long weekend. Another break, another break, another break, and now they're saying another break. Get back to work.
That's crazy, because I believe if you add up the amount of days that the House has been in session over the last 2-3 months or so, it's like 25 days or something like that over like 3 months. Well, sorry, 3.5 months. That's crazy, and especially the timing of it doesn't look very good, as you know, all summer the summer song was Epstein files, right? And the minute that started to pop up, they're like, we're on vacation, you know, there's nothing we can do. And then they keep putting votes out on the Epstein stuff, and it's straight down party lines that, you know, I believe the Democrats, you know, they want the files released. Republicans, it's straight down like party lines that don't want the Epstein files coming out. And, you know, they're on vacation, and as they're on vacation, they say that they can't swear in this Democratic congresswoman who is now the deciding vote on the Epstein files, and she already said that she's going to vote to release the files. So the minute she gets sworn in, they're going to vote. The files could get released. Who knows? Like, it doesn't look good.
So just to recap, Trump is at the exact same time incinerating $70 billion of taxpayer money. But what's the one thing that there's not enough money for? You. There's not enough money for you. There's enough money for a $50 billion tariff bailout. There's enough money for Argentina, but there's not enough money for you.
Okay, speaking of Argentina, the more I think about this Argentina bailout deal, the more upsetting it is. Okay, this is Scott Bessent. He's currently the United States Secretary of Treasury.
Explain to our viewers what is going on with Argentina, because the U.S. Treasury today directly purchased Argentine pesos and finalized this $20 billion currency swap framework with Argentina's central bank. So the intent, I guess, is to provide assistance from the Latin American country's economic turmoil.
Oh, I want to highlight what the Argentinian president did with the money that we just gave him. He did a rock concert for his supporters with the money that we gave him.
It's clear how Argentina benefits from this deal. What do we get out of it?
We get a lot out of it.
As Scott Bessent explains what America gets out of bailing out Argentina, I just want to put a small clip of this rock concert in the background, just so you know.
Argentina is a beacon in Latin America. President Milei has done the right thing. He is trying to break 100 years a bad cycle in Argentina. He is also
Oh my goodness. That concert, do you see that? That's crazy, the attendance. I'm a little jealous, to be honest. He seems like a fun guy.
a great ally for the U.S. He'll be coming to the Oval Office next Tuesday, and he is committed to getting China out of Argentina. They're all over the place in Latin America. And when people say to me, how is this not America first? I'll tell you why it's not. Do you want to be shooting at more gunboats like in Venezuela? We do not want a failed state.
Wait, so the plan is to bail them out and tell them to stop selling soybeans to China? But the sales of soybeans to China is basically what's running their economy right now. Like, think about this for a second, okay? If you're in Argentina, why would you stop selling soybeans to China? This is a huge market, right? If you stop selling soybeans to China, that's money that your country's not getting anymore. Then for them to stop doing that, then you're gonna ask for essentially a payment, right, from America forever. I don't know.
This isn't a bailout?
Sorry, it's not a bailout at all. There's no money being transferred. The ESF has never lost money. It's not going to lose money here. I was in the investment business, mostly currencies, for 40 years. You're supposed to buy low, sell high.
Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead real quick to one last point, and then I'm gonna get to the meat of this Argentinian bailout deal.
Chinese will have to come back at the end of the season and buy soybeans. But in the meantime,
why don't I just give $20 billion to the farmers, and why have that, give them that leverage at all in those deals?
Okay, I'm not a fan of bailing out the soybean farmers. I know it needs to get done, and in a way it kind of has to get done because it's going to have a huge trickle-down effect on our overall economy and the livelihoods of lots of Americans. The reason why I'm not a fan of the bailout is because the soybean farmers, which is a lot, there's a lot of them, they grow 60% extra soybeans to basically ship out, right, to China at any point in the future as well, if China doesn't want to buy soybeans from America. And what has happened ever since Trump term 1 is basically a decline in the demand of soybeans from America, because since Trump term 1, China has been actively looking for an alternative market because they didn't like what happened with the tariffs the first time, right? So they've been doing this. They're on this groundwork to do that. And so the American soybean farmer, they need to actually just cut back. Maybe the bailout is just for this year because they already planted the soybeans. They were expecting China to buy them. They didn't. And, what are they going to do? It's a whole year or so. I'm not a farmer. I don't know how long it takes to grow soybeans, but I'm assuming it takes a few months. Okay, you plant it, it grows, you harvest it, you sell it. That's the life cycle of a farmer, right? It's already in the ground. It's all ready to harvest. It's already harvested. They need to sell it. And then think about next year. Maybe next year they don't plant as much soybeans, right? It is what it is. If we bail out the farmers and then they plant another gajillion acres of soybeans to get bailed out again because China didn't buy them, okay. Dude, if they do it again, that's insane. You know what I mean? You can't keep bailing them out because they don't. What is the farmer saying? They need a market to sell it to. If there's no market, you have to grow something else. It is what it is. Okay, let's get back to the Argentina thing. The reason that a lot of people are thinking why we are even doing this deal with Argentina is because of Scott Bessett's friend here. This guy. This is Rob Citron. He's a hedge fund manager. He's a colleague with Scott Bessett. They used to work together at some point in their lives, and they're friends. And he's accredited to basically a big chunk of Scott Bessett's wealth, right? Basically, Scott Bessett would not be where he is or would not have the money that he has today without this guy. And Rob Citron, who has a hedge fund that I believe his hedge fund manages about upwards around like $3 billion or so, right? He put a lot of money into Argentina. Like, basically Argentina was down. He bought it when it was down, thinking that it's gonna go back up, and then, you know, with their new president, and things didn't go the way that he expected, right? It's they're crashing hard. And since he's buddies, right, with Scott Bessett, and as I said before, he's accredited to basically putting Scott Bessett to the place to where he is now. Scott Bessett would not have his money, supposedly, allegedly, that he has today without this guy. So maybe he's returning the favor. He's about to lose his shirt on the his Argentina investment, right? We don't know how much he actually put in there, but let's just say it's a lot. It's a lot. And the way that they're even structuring this bailout of Argentina, it's only gonna benefit this guy. Like, how crazy. Like, if this is true, like, I'll throw in some allegedly, supposedly. If this is true, why we are bailing out Argentina for absolutely no reason whatsoever is for this guy here, because he's friends with Scott Bessett. Scott Bessett is U.S. Secretary of Treasury right now. That's crazy. Okay, I'm going to throw one last thing out there before we end the video. And if you watched most of it, thank you so much. Maybe a little bit helps. How much insider trading is going on right now with this Argentina thing? Because I'll say this, who on their bingo card of things that it's going to happen in 2025 thought that we were going to bail out Argentina for absolutely no reason? And I bet you if you did have some, I don't know, Forex experience, currency trading, or just investments into Argentina, you're going to be looking pretty good right now.